Good evening, good afternoon, good night, friends. I'm Gary here, and I'm going to discuss with you a very small tip which we often use in the website, which are done in the WordPress. So, let me show you the website first. The website is again taxi-central.nl. This website I designed or developed for a client who runs the taxi services, and the purpose of the website is to promote his taxi service business and also for getting the online bookings. So I'm going to discuss here something called widget. We often use the widgets in our footer areas, footer of the website in the WordPress. So I'm going to let you know in this smaller tip that how we can very quickly manage the gap or margin between the content of the widget. Okay, so it's very simple. I just want to clearly tell here, in most of the WordPress websites this is achieved using a class which has a name called widget. So what you can do is simply manage that class. So what I did, I went in additional CSS in WordPress. Many of us are aware that how we use the additional CSS in the WordPress. So I had a class called widget. Okay, then I put some properties for this class. Okay, so these properties are like bottom margin 0, sorry, okay, top margin 0, padding bottom 0, padding top 0. Simply I gave everything 0 because I needed very minor gap between my content which I have here. Okay, so if I take away this class from here, I'm going to cut it, publish it, and you will see that the original class of my original CSS, I mean the original widget class in the original CSS file was having a lot of gap between the header and the content of that widget. So what I did, I simply created a class. I studied it a little bit that which class is being used. So I simply created the class, or we can also copy from our style sheet file and copy it here. So I simply put the class named widget. I mean, most of the times this is the name of that class. So I knew it, so I simply put it here, and then I completely played with the margin, completely played with the padding. I gave padding bottom 0, I gave padding top 0, I gave the margin 0, top margin 0, sorry, bottom margin 0, and I saved it, I published it, and then I could achieve the gaps. I mean, I could reduce the gaps between the content which I have in those widgets. So I'm just going to very quickly say, for example, I again say it, I need bit more margin on top, so I could bottom, I can say 5. If I save here, I quickly come here, refresh, you can see bottom margin is bit increased here between the content and the header. Don't get confused. In the earlier video I had told that how we can get this line in our under the headers. That was completely different thing, how we use the HR tag. Here, how we can reduce the margins between the content, how we can reduce the gap, vertical margin or vertical gap between the content of the widget. So simple, we just play with the widget class, that's it. This is what I'm going to show you again. This, put the widget class in your additional CSS and then you can achieve it. So that's a small video. I hope you're gonna like it, and you can very easily, very faster play with your widget classes in other websites also by using this tip. Thank you very much. Have a good day.